Hi, hello everybody! My name is Amber and welcome to my channel, Amber Reads and Sips. So I thought to go ahead and kick off this channel, I would go ahead and start with my July TBR. I am actually so baffled that it's already halfway through the year. I feel like I haven't had a chance to pick up nearly as many books as I would like. There are a lot of new books that I still want to get to, new releases that I'm excited about. So I'm excited to see what the July TBR has in store. I am going to use a little jar, if you can call this a jar, to pick my books. I have about 40 prompts in here right now that I'm going to use to help me pick, but I do have a few books in mind that I would like to try and get on the TBR if possible. I have a few new releases that I would like to get to, as well as a couple of book clubs that I'm wanting to participate in for the month of July. So I guess we will just see if we can get them to fit the prompts. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our first prompt. Like I said, I have about 40 prompts in here. They range from genres to things on the cover. Feel free to leave me any more ideas down below in the comments though. I would love to get some more ideas to fill this up, and actually I probably will need an even bigger jar. I am going to pick probably 5 or 6 books. I think that's a good number. All right, so prompt number 1. Them all mixed up. I use sticky notes, so unfortunately they're kind of sticking together a little bit. All right, let's go with this one. So prompt number 1 says, a book that has purple on the cover. Book that has purple on the cover. Let me think about that one. Okay, so for that first prompt of a book with purple on the cover, I think I'm cheating just a little bit, but there is some purple on this book. I'm gonna go ahead and go with The New Couple in 5B by Lisa Unger. This is a library copy that I have, but you can see it does have some purples down below. I know it has a lot of blue and pink, but I do see some purple, so I am gonna go ahead and use this. This is a fairly new release. It came out in March, and this one is a book about a couple, Rosie and Chad, who inherit an apartment and creepy things start to happen, as they always do. And obviously, given the setting, I know a lot of people have been comparing this one to Lock Every Door by Riley Sager and also The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. All right, let's move on to our next prompt. Go with this one. Okay, this says continue on in a series, which I'm not in the middle of a ton of series, so let's see what I can come up with. Okay, so for the second prompt of continue on in a series, I am going to read the second book in the Seaside Cafe Mystery series written by Bree Baker. I read the first one, Live and Let Chai, last year, I believe, and I really thought it was cute. So I'm excited to continue on with this series, but it is prompted even more by the fact that Hannah over at Comfy Cozy Book Club just announced that she is going to do a read-along for this series starting in June and reading 1 book every month and ending in November. I know that there are 7 books out in the series so far. I don't know if there's going to continue to be more, but I am eager to continue on because, like I said, I only read the first book and I'm excited to see what we get up to next. So in the first book, Live and Let Chai, we follow Everly Swan as she has just recently returned back to her seaside hometown. She is thinking that things are turning around. She's getting ready to open her iced tea shop that's right on the beach, but things pretty quickly go awry when one of her customers, who is kind of old and grumpy and gives her a lot of flack, ends up dying. He's found dead on the boardwalk near her shop, and he is found with one of her iced tea jugs lying next to him. So because of this, because of the iced tea and the fact that they haven't had the best relationship already to start off with, she's instantly kind of thrown into the mix of suspects and we follow her along as she tries to figure out what really happened to him. All right, so I think we've picked some pretty good books so far. Let's go ahead and go with prompt number 3. So prompt number 3, we are going to choose this one, another blue. Let's see what we have. Okay, well, this might throw a little bit of a wrench into everything. The next prompt is a book that is 500 plus pages. All right, so for the third prompt of pick a book that is 500 plus pages, this actually kind of worked out in a way. I am going to go ahead and be reading City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. This is a book that I'm actually reading with Books with Heather's Patreon. She is doing a read along for the series. We are reading the books in the month of July, September, and November. And City of Brass is obviously the first in the book series, so we'll be kicking off the series with that one. All right, so moving right along to prompt number 4. We are going with this one. And this one says a YA book. YA book. All right, so for the fourth prompt of a YA book, I am going to be reading The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is a book series that has just absolutely blown up on the internet. I know a lot of people who have read it and loved it. I did get started with the first book a few months ago. I think I only read like the first 3 or 4 chapters, and I was very intrigued, but I think I had some other books that I was keeping at a higher priority, so I just set it down for the time. But I am excited to get into it. This is a book that follows Cassie Hobbs, who is a teenager who gets recruited along with some other kids to be sort of like a behavioral analyst team similar to Criminal Minds. They are recruited by the FBI to help solve cold cases and track down serial killers. So it just ticks all the boxes. I love mystery thrillers, as I said before. I do also really enjoy YA, so this is one that I'm really excited to get to. All right, so I think I'm just gonna choose one more. Picking City of Brass and knowing that it is over 500 pages intimidates me a bit, so I think I'm going to just hedge my bets by only picking one more book. All right, so my fifth and final prompt will be a book with a number in the title. I have no idea what I'm going to choose. All right, so for our fifth and final prompt of reading a book with a number in the title, I'm going to be reading One Perfect Couple by Ruth Ware. This is a book that I am highly, highly anticipating. I am so excited to get into it. This book is very special to me. I actually was able to meet Ruth Ware and Stuart Turton at a book signing in Scottsdale, and they were both just so much fun to listen to. They really were like polar opposites when it came to their writing processes and how they craft their books, and I just had such a great time. But this book is personalized and signed to me, so like I said, very excited to get to this one. This one is a mix of And Then There Were None meets a reality TV show, which I don't know if I could come up with a better idea. Like, it just sounds amazing. I love Agatha Christie. Again, love all things mysteries. So this one is about Lila and Nico. Nico is a struggling actor who finally gets kind of like a big break by being invited onto this TV show, but there's a catch. He needs to be a couple, so he asks his girlfriend Lila to be on the show with him, and she's reluctant but decides to do it for him. But things quickly go wrong when they get there, and the island is like deserted. It's not at all set up. There's like no crew really for this show, and things quickly dissolve. It just leads to chaos, as you would expect for a book like this. So that is going to be, like I said, my fifth and final book, and I'm excited. I realize that I have a lot of mystery and thriller books on my TBR, but honestly, that's the majority of what I read anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. I am also excited to get to City of Brass because, like I said, I don't read a lot of fantasy, so it'll be exciting to get into this trilogy. I hope I love it. I hope it's exciting. Plus, I'll be reading it along with friends, so I know it's going to be a good time. I may find that I pick up a romance or like a middle grade at some point throughout the month, but I am really excited about all of these books, and I'm hoping to do a couple of reading vlogs, either just like a weekly reading vlog, or maybe since I do have so many mystery thrillers, I will do a dedicated vlog for those books. We will just have to see, but thank you so much for clicking on this video. Thank you for joining me along on the start of this journey. I wanted to start my own YouTube channel for like 5 or 6 years at this point, so this really is a dream come true. I'm excited to just dive in and really figure it out as I go, because I know that I'm definitely going to have a lot of hurdles along the way. I am definitely not the most techie person, but I'm excited for the journey. So again, thank you so much. I will link my socials down below, my Goodreads and my Instagram. If you'd like to follow me on those platforms, I would love to see you there. And other than that, I will see you next time. Bye.